I'm your number one fan.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
My mom and dad.
I see dead people.
Hello.
Hi.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Welcome back to Killer Cuties Podcast.
Yeah, that's us.
Mm-hmm.
Still.
Yep. Nothing has changed in the 2 years we've been doing this. 1.5 years.
Yeah. I was like, don't say that.
80-ish episodes.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet.
We'll get there.
82. This is our 82nd episode.
So many.
That's craziness.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about us. We're here to talk about Fresh.
We are.
But first.
This is our last episode of the month. So we're going to talk about upcoming horror movies for August.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're going to go every other one so that you don't get sick of either one of us.
Yeah.
Katie, take it away.
I'll kick us off. All right. August 2nd, we just talked about this movie. Hashtag AMFAD, All My Friends Are Dead. Starring JoJo Siwa. A group of college friends rent an Airbnb for the biggest music festival of the year. A weekend of partying quickly takes a turn as the group is murdered one by one, according to their sin.
Hell yeah.
Dream guest on my podcast.
All right, August 9th, we have Cuckoo, starring Hunter Schafer. Gretchen leaves her home to live with her father, who has just moved into a resort in the German Alps with his new family. Gretchen is plagued by strange noises and bloody visions until she discovers a shocking secret that also concerns her own family.
Saw the trailer for that.
Yeah, I think that's actually our pick for August, too. So
Yeah.
You'll hear our thoughts.
I'm sad I saw the trailer. I was forced to.
Yeah, before
Today.
Longlegs.
Before Longlegs, yeah. But it looks good. So.
Yeah, I'm excited.
August 16th, we have Alien Romulus. While scavenging the deep ends of a derelict space station, a group of young space colonizers come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe. We also have Consumed on August 16th. Trapped between a madman, played by Devon Sawa, seeking revenge, and a skin-stealing monster, a married couple must find the strength to fight and make it out of the woods.
Oh, love Devon.
I don't even know who that is.
Yes, you do. He was the main character in Final Destination.
Oh, okay. I do know him.
Yeah.
Oh, I like him too.
Yeah, he's done quite a few horror movies. I think that's the only one we've watched of him, but more to come.
Good.
August 23rd, we also have two coming out. First, we have Strange Darling. Well, not first, because they both come out the same day, but you know what I mean. Strange Darling. In Strange Darling, nothing is what it seems when a twisted one-night stand spirals into a serial killer's vicious murder spree. Interesting. I have seen posters for that one up at my local theater. And then we also have Place of Bones. On a remote ranch, a mother, played by Heather Graham, and her daughter fight for survival when a wounded outlaw seeking refuge brings a notorious bank robber and his ruthless gang, all desperate to reclaim a stolen fortune right to their doorstep in this action-packed horror western.
Oh.
Who knows?
Westerns are really making a comeback right now. We're making a lot of Westerns.
People love the West.
Oh, why?
West Coast, West Coast.
Live here, it's not that great. I think there's a difference between West Coast and the West. Trademark.
There definitely is, yes.
Yeah. All right, and I think this is the last one. August 28th, Kizumonogatari Koyomi Vamp centers around a high school student who survives an encounter with a gorgeous yet helpless vampire.
Very fun.
Mm-hmm. Is it? I'm assuming it's Japanese.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. And then last one for me, August 30th, we have Afraid, stylized with a capital AI, if you can guess what it's about. Curtis, played by John Cho, and his family are selected to test a revolutionary new home device, a digital family assistant called Aya. She learns the family's behavior and begins to anticipate their needs, and she can make sure nothing and no one gets in her family's way.
It's Smart House!
Smart House.
Yay, Smart House! Smart House horror movie. Oh my god, I'm so excited for that one. August 30th?
August 30th. I did see, there was also a trailer for this before Long Legs for me. So I did see the trailer.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look very good.
Okay.
It looks like another Blumhouse blunder to me.
Oh no.
But
is it
you
Blumhouse?
never know. It is Blumhouse.
Okay, well. It's well within their right to put out terrible horror movies. That's
it's what we've come to know and love them for. So.
Yes. Yes.
That's not true. Blumhouse does have like some very good movies. I
Oh
should
yeah.
say.
Not recently.
Just lately. They've been testing my patience a little bit too much.
Yeah. Well, that's what you missed on Glee, I guess.
That's what you're not going to miss in August.
Oh.
There we go.
Good one.
Thank you.
All right. Well, should we talk about Fresh?
Yeah.
Okay. Just a little recap, a little reminder. Fresh is a 2022 horror thriller comedy starring Sebastian Stan and Daisy Edgar-Jones about a woman on the dating scene who begins seeing and then is kidnapped by a man who slowly sells the flesh of his living captive victims. It is Mimi Cave's directorial debut and had a $20 million budget. It's got a 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb and a 67% on Metacritic. And then, funny enough, it has an 81% critics and audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, they agreed. Exactly.
Weird. Exactly agreed. That's insane.
Yeah.
It's never been done.
It's never in the history been done before now.
Yeah. I mean, you know what they say? Everyone's a critic.
That's true.
Everyone who watched this movie is a critic.
Yeah. And they agree. The real question is, do we? Let's get into it.
Find out next week.
Find out right now.
Yeah, immediately.
I could tell by the way that you said the genres of this film that maybe you did not catch the comedic elements of it.
No, I actually thought this movie was funny.
Okay,
but
good.
I didn't know if I was supposed to.
You were, yes.
Okay, good.
It's very much a dark comedy.
Yeah, it doesn't say that anywhere on the line.
Oh, does it not?
No, it just calls it a horror action or a horror thriller, not action.
Oh my gosh, it does. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it very much is a dark comedy.
Yeah, it sure is. And I got it.
Good. I was nervous when you said comedy that maybe it was like the menu all over again where you just didn't.
No.
Yeah.
No, see, the menu sucked.
No, that's incorrect.
At some point we'll watch it again.
Yeah.
I say that every episode. Sebastian Stan is in this.
Mm-hmm.
People thirst over him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, he's
Okay.
good looking, but I think this movie's really turned me off of him.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, he's playing a pretty bad dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And the only other movie I've seen him in was the Marvel movies where he's the Winter Soldier or whatever.
Got it. Okay.
He's in a suit. You don't see his face much.
Okay. And you didn't like him in that, or you did?
Well, I mean, I couldn't tell it was him.
Got it. So
He was in a
indifferent.
suit. Yeah.
And then hate him
And then
now.
this, it's like, fuck. Literally, the only other thing I've seen him in is his episode of Hot Ones.
Oh, yeah, you told me you were watching that.
Yeah, I did.
I have not seen him in any Marvel movie. I have seen him in this.
Mm-hmm.
I, Tonya.
I did see him in I, Tonya.
Yeah. I think he was in The Martian, which I did see that. I don't really remember him in it.
He was in The Martian. Is that the Matt Damon movie?
It is.
I've seen that too.
Apparently he was in Black Swan. I don't remember him in that either, but I've seen him in that. I'm just going through his IMDb right now. I've also seen him in the hit TV series Gossip Girl, where he played Carter Bazin. I do remember him in that.
He made a joke about that. I don't know if it was on his Hot Ones episode or in an interview or something about how him and Penn from You we're both on Gossip Girl, and Gossip Girl just churns out serial killers.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I also saw him in The Covenant.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't see that one. But I'm
That's a fun
surprised.
one.
I'm very surprised by the number of movies he's been in that I just don't remember him.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what though? Maybe that means that he's like a good actor.
Yeah, it really took us out of the
Right?
experience, or put us into
us
the
in it.
experience.
It didn't take us out.
It
Like we
didn't-
weren't
yeah.
thinking that's Sebastian Stan the whole time.
Yeah.
We were in the movie. We're like, that's Carter Bazin.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Now I'm gonna remember him.
Now.
Now I will remember him. Thanks to
Right?
this film.
Yeah.
Did you see how he prepped for this?
How did he prep for it?
Well, he did a ton of research, studied
Oh.
murderers, serial killers, and he stumbled on this doctor named Dorothy Lewis, Dr. Dorothy Lewis, who
Mhm.
specializes in the study of violent people and people with dissociative identity disorder.
Mm.
They actually met, and she gave him like pointers on how to act more like Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer and really draw on the like relatable characteristics that made them able to secure their victims. So he was really committed to the bit.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I just get a little like annoyed because people are like, "Oh, like Ted Bundy, because he was so charming and hot," and I'm like, "No, he pretended he was injured, and that's how he preyed on the sympathy of women." Like,
Yeah. But I think that's, I mean,
part of it.
yeah, that's part of it. I don't think he was going around, like, I don't think people were, like, attracted to him, but he had some sort of charisma.
Uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. Cunt. You heard it here first. Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy.
No, we're not gonna say he had guns. No.
Well, I was gonna say
Terrible person.
Ted Cunty.
Ted Bundy. No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
No.
Yeah, that I guess that makes sense. You gotta, I think that's he said in one interview that he liked the idea of it kind of starting out of like this really charming thing because that's how like a lot of people when they think about abusive relationships, which is kind of a theme in this, right? It's that how do you ever fall for someone like that? And he's like, well, they don't show themselves immediately. Like it never starts like that, right? It starts as this charming person and then slowly but surely they show you that side of them. And obviously in this it's a little bit more abrupt, but
Yeah.
but again, like he was like that's kind of what was relatable to him about it was that it is a very kind of real experience for a lot of people who have been in that type of relationship where it's like, yeah, it doesn't they don't start out like that obviously because then they wouldn't get the person. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Except that first guy.
Chad.
Was that his name?
The first date that she goes on.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, that guy sucked. If I went out to a meal with someone on a date and I paid for my own meal, which I'm fine with, like I don't mind splitting the bill, right? Like that's totally fine. I'm down with that. In fact, sometimes I prefer it. I don't want them thinking I owe them anything, right?
Okay.
Anyways, that's a personal note. But if I pay for my meal and someone tries to take my leftovers home with them, I'm throwing hands immediately. No questions fucking asked. They're getting hit in the face.
Especially like Asian takeaway leftovers, like that's fucking better the next day.
Oh my God. I just, what's the quote from... I quote this one scene from Strangers with Candy all the time, but then no one gets it because I don't think people watch Strangers with Candy even though they should. Anyways, I'm not even going to explain what that movie's about. You can just watch it. There's a scene where someone tries to like grab her food, the main character, and she like stabs with a fork. She's like, step into my chow zone one more time, you'll be pulling back a bloody stone.
Oh my God.
The greatest line.
Relatable.
Yeah.
Relatable.
And I agree. That's what would happen on that date.
Yeah. God, that guy sucked. Fucking hated him.
I love the ending. You up? Chad?
Yeah, right? Oh my god. I didn't make the connection that was him. I just thought it was like one of the people that she had dated. But
Yeah, that was Chad. Yeah.
I hate him.
Yeah. They built the entire house for the set. Built it. Which Mimi Cave said that she was really excited about. Like, they had blueprints and everything, but she said she really enjoyed that because A, they didn't have ceilings, so they could light it however they wanted. And then
Nice.
B, they could just like remove walls if they wanted a different camera angle. So she was like, it was just really cool to have that kind of freedom when shooting, that it was like a fully made house just for them.
Nice.
Yeah.
The prop master was busy.
Yeah.
Did you hear that he worked directly with a chef?
Oh, to make the human meals?
Yeah. The chef came in to work directly with the prop master to create props that were like as realistic as possible. And then the prop master on Zoom calls would show what he created and take bites out of it to see how grossed out it made people, the casting crew. And that's how he would gauge whether he was on the right track or not.
I like that.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, I read something that Mimi Cave had said that they wanted the food to be familiar, but still like off-putting enough that it like grosses you out when they actually start eating it.
Yeah, like a raw meatball. That was terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, how did you feel about this? I mean, we don't have to get into like any ratings or anything, but I know you liked Cannibals, and then we watched Raw, and you didn't like Cannibals as much. And so I was wondering if maybe this was like a happy medium of like, you do see them eating the people, but it's not at people looking, and except for when he peels the thing off the leg. But, you know.
See, that was my favorite part. That looked like charcuterie to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
you
didn't
try
try
that.
Oh, yeah.
Leg prosciutto.
Yeah, nice dry meat. Yeah, like a dry aged. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
No, I think you're absolutely right. It was a very good happy medium. It was a perfect tone for people eating
story.
people. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Raw made me a little bit nervous, but I think we're back on track with the cannibalism.
Raw's tone was extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
This was less uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. It was a fun, happy romp time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, just wanted to gauge where we're at in case I add any more cannibalism to the list.
Yeah. No, please do. Yeah. I do think that they really nailed the tone.
Yeah.
It was like harrowing when it needed to be. It was also darkly comedic. I felt like the dialogue was very realistic in a lot of places. Like as the girls are escaping from the house, the dialogue between the three of them was, I don't know why that struck me as like, that's exactly what I would say if I had one leg and was being carried outside by two people with a murderer behind me.
I loved Penny just, you guys are so cute.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, oh, you guys are cute. Exactly. Yeah, I just, the tone really did it for me, where men, you couldn't do it. And yeah, I really liked it. The tone, not to spoil anything else.
Oh, yeah. She hated the movie. Loved the tone.
Loved the tone. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Daisy Edgar-Jones, who plays Noah, said that Noah. But she had said that she liked the fact that the tone was going in between like the darker moments and then the kind of comedic moments, because she felt like when she had to do those more heavy scenes, like I think they said that the scene like right after she has her surgery, he like takes a piece of her and she's like recovering, was kind of like the darkest moment for her to film. And she said that she liked that she didn't have to like sit in that for too long. That as soon as that was done, they got to do scenes that were a little bit more light. So
totally. And it felt like everybody on the cast and crew had like a really good, fun vibe relationship, and they were able to like lean on each other during the darker things. So yeah, excellent point.
Also, she's British. Did you know that?
I did, because I watched a bunch of interviews of her.
Yeah, I didn't know that until after I watched this movie.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, this was her first time doing an American accent too.
She was in the Crawdad movie.
Yeah, that was after this.
What? No way. That movie came out like 3 years ago.
They both came out in 2022, but she
Oh,
filmed
crazy.
this first. Yeah.
Crazy. I
Yeah.
was going to say, that's like a quintessential American accent in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, she said that this was the first time that she had to do it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's real good at acting in movies where the boyfriends are ass.
Well, relatable.
Yeah. Typecast. Or is she typecast or is she just a woman?
There it is. That's the question.
The dress that she wore,
Yeah, the pink one.
the pink one, steamed between every take.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Dress was like the highest paid actor of the entire movie because it literally, they had to stop everything and steam it between every take.
Interesting.
Which makes me want to watch it again and see if I can find any wrinkles because, like,
Yeah. I used to love steaming clothes.
I love steaming clothes, dude.
I used to have to do it to like dress the mannequins when I worked in retail.
Oh,
And it was my favorite.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's just very...
So satisfying.
Yeah, it's very satisfying because it works.
It does.
Ironing's not the same, though. Ironing works, but it's not as fun.
No.
Because ironing should work. Steaming shouldn't work.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no reason that hot water should make clothes not wrinkly.
That. Also, I think like ironing, you put the iron on and then lift it up and it's smooth. Whereas steaming, like you go from the back and you watch it in real time.
The back?
Unwrinkle. Well, like you go from the inside of the clothing. Like that's how you're supposed to steam.
Oh, I've never done that. I just go
Well, I
from
was the professional.
front.
I'm kidding. But it's so that like if it like drips water or anything, it's on the front and it doesn't
Oh,
like,
okay.
create watermarks. So
Okay.
yeah, you're supposed to go like from inside the shirt and then like steam it so you get to like watch it in real time. Just like
You've watched me steam clothes and you didn't tell me to
I've
do
watched
that.
you steam clothes.
Yeah, you have dead ass watched me steam a suit jacket.
Have I watched you or have I been in the same room while you were doing it? Because that's two different things.
What's the difference
I
when it
don't
was
pay-
a
no,
20 square foot apartment?
I don't pay attention to anything. That's the difference.
Oh my god. I feel a little betrayed that you didn't say, like, that's not how you steam clothes.
I did not even know that I ever watched you steam clothes. I guarantee that if you hadn't even told me that you got a haircut, I probably wouldn't have noticed.
I
I am the most unobservant person you will ever meet.
didn't know that about you.
I'm so sorry. I don't just. I'm trying to work on it.
Well, we all have our flaws.
Yeah.
I
That's one
don't
of
ask
mine.
questions. You don't notice haircuts.
I don't observe.
Yeah. You don't see.
I don't look at the things I'm looking at. I look and I don't process. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, back to Fresh. The title of the movie and like the intro credits don't appear until 33 minutes into the movie,
That threw me off.
right?
That was so confusing.
Mimi Cave did an interview and she was talking about how they kept trying to figure out like where to put them,
Mhm.
where it like felt right. And then it sort of just kind of naturally fell into that spot because they were like, that's when the big turn happens. And it
Mhm.
feels like you're almost watching a different movie at that point. So
Yeah.
that's why they put it there.
Okay.
Because
That's
it
fair.
happens like right after he drugs her.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like just long enough in the movie where I was like, that can't possibly be the end of the movie, is it? And then just like early enough to be like, wow, that was like pretty late in
Yeah.
the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really threw me off.
Yeah.
I will say that there were only two things that I knew were going to happen. Absolutely, unequivocally knew were going to happen.
Right.
One, Sebastian Stan was going to eat people.
Great.
I knew he was too good to be true. Second, his dick was going to get bit. Yeah. I absolutely knew that was a setup. But other than that, I didn't guess a lot of the twists. Like the wife.
I think the wife reveal like was very well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which also, when I watched this movie both times, this is the second time I've seen it, But both times I watched it, it was just like my natural kind of assumption of that was just that the wife was a former victim and like got out in a similar fashion of
Yeah.
how Noah's doing it, right?
Yeah.
And then I found like so many Reddit threads of people discussing her character and like all these different theories they had of her. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even think it was up for debate.
Yeah.
We all knew. But like some people think that she recruited Steve and gave her leg to him because he says it's like the ultimate sign of like letting someone in. So some people think it's
Yeah.
like consensually done. Some people think she's the head honcho and like she's running stuff.
I mean, it felt like that at the end. Definitely.
See, I guess I just pictured that as like her like just cleaning up the mess
But like, why would that be her responsibility unless she was in charge?
because she doesn't want to get caught. She has to like explain this away. Like,
I guess.
you can't just let these people go because at this point she's been complicit. And I think like I guess my idea was that she got out in a similar fashion to Noah, where like he took a liking to her.
Yep.
And then she got pregnant because they have kids now.
Yeah.
And so I think part of it is like that Stockholm syndrome aspect. And then part of it is like her protecting her children, right?
Yeah.
And so that was my idea of like at the end, like, yeah, she's not that sad when he dies because in the end, like, he was her abuser.
Yeah.
And then also like she has to clean it up because she's not going to get caught. She's been complicit. But also she immediately put him on ice. So who knows? She might be like continuing that. But yeah, some people took that as she was the head honcho. And then one theory that I saw quite a few people have too is that she was actually Sami Akbari, who was another one of his victims that's shown. But like, she was the one that wrote in the magazine, if you get this magazine, he likes you, keep going, stay strong.
Yeah.
But then when it like shows her picture, her face is kind of covered by her hair. But he's also like a plastic surgeon, and she was noticeably wearing a wig. So people thought that maybe that was her, and she made it out, and Anne and Sammy are the same person.
I mean, I thought about the Anne and Sammy thing. I definitely thought that until I saw the picture and I was like, oh, then that's not.
Yeah, so some people were like, well, he's a plastic surgeon, and obviously, like, he's not gonna let her look like herself, was their theory, but...
Good point.
I don't know. I think I'm still on she was just someone who got out. Or like former victim turned.
Yeah, that's what I assumed by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That's what I had assumed was that she was a former victim that went a little too far. But she did have that air of like, I'm in charge about her towards the end. So I could totally see how that, like where she started it all.
Yeah, I see how people arrived at that. I guess to me, it just still seems like she's just like, he's gone, like, I have to clean this up now.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. Maybe she started the whole industry and like started with her own leg and then realized she had to find other people. She couldn't do it. So she got this husband who could do it.
Well, that's what, some people said like his first taste was her leg. And that was like her getting him into the thing. Also, a lot of people were like, oh, well, her leg was the like dried prosciutto meat that he was eating. But that wouldn't make sense because it was her lower leg and that was an upper leg.
Yeah, no. And like,
I think that was just like part of Melissa or Hope or someone.
yeah, totally. Joy. Yeah. Daisy, the actress who plays Noah, was like totally turned off of pate after filming this. And then both Daisy and Sebastian were a little bit more selective about the meats that they ate after filming, which totally understand.
Yeah.
But Mimi Cave, funny enough, has not eaten red meat since she was 10 years old. So very weird for her to make the red meat movie.
The red meat. Yeah. Maybe she's like Steve, you know? He doesn't eat animals. He just eats humans.
Just eats the animal.
The animal. Yeah. There's also, I think it's implied, not fully stated in the movie, that the piece of breast meat that she eats is Molly's.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I felt like that was fairly obvious, but I still found people debating whether or not that was true.
No, that is 100% confirmed.
And I was like, that's why he said it, like, does it taste familiar? And, like, she, like, grabs her chest at the end when they're in the fighting
Yeah, she was
scene.
like hurting. She's hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's confirmed.
Yeah, I think that's pretty it. But I did like someone had said, like, the 3 women escape either missing their breast, ass, or legs, which are the 3 parts that men, like, typically reduce women to. So I thought that was a really interesting thing that I didn't really think about when I watched it.
Yeah. Interesting. That is what Mimi Cave said. There were like 2 things that really drew her to the project. One is like the making women's body a commodity thing. And then 2, I forgot what the other one was.
I think it was about like online dating and like women in the dating scene, I think is what I read. Those were the 2 like central themes that she liked about it. But I could be wrong. Maybe that was Daisy who said that.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Daisy said that. That's going to bother me.
I think it was Daisy that said, because she liked that it was about the commodification of women and then also how scary dating can be for women. And kind of the commodification of dating, where it's like, we're just swiping left and right and having this idea of someone without actually knowing them.
Yes. Yeah. Which is really funny because I watched this on Hulu and immediately after the movie, it started playing The Bachelorette. And I was like, oh my God, what a perfect little palate cleanse.
I like it.
Yeah.
There was quite a bit of little like foreshadowing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite bit is that when Noah and Steve Brendan first meet, they're at the supermarket and the big sign behind Noah just says, fresh meats, during their meet cute, if you will.
Blech. Disgusting. I will die on the hill, though, that cotton candy grapes are the best thing that's ever happened to agricultural engineering.
Yeah, I forgot that part was in this movie, and I was like, oh my God, Katie would love that.
I fucking love cotton candy grapes. They're so good.
You'd fall for that in an instant.
Absolutely. Yeah, but I am not eating a grape at the supermarket. That's theft. We've had this discussion. Yeah. I literally
but also like you got upset because one of us ate a grape out of a thing that they were gonna buy anyway.
But yeah, because you hadn't paid for it yet. It's like going into the supermarket and like opening up a soda and just drinking it while you're shopping. Like, fucking pay for it first. Would you do that?
No, I'm gonna.
Oh my God.
Anyways, I'm sorry that happened to you.
Thank you. Yeah, that was really embarrassing. I had all of my favorite people with me at my favorite grocery store, and then one of them just eats a fucking grape in the middle of the produce section. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, and no one cared. Not one person in that store cared except for you.
Except for me.
Sorry.
Yeah. This is also the store that I went to. I had a full-blown panic attack, like posted on 15 different subreddits trying to figure out what it meant. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh. We walked to the grocery store with my kid in her stroller.
Okay.
And we went through we shouldn't have done this, but we went through the store with my kid's stroller real quick. Okay. And we bought like, I don't know, drinks and like Slim Jims or some shit. But as we were leaving the store, or as we were walking around the store, everywhere I would go, I heard Code Green Bakery, Code Green Starbucks, Code Green Checkout.
Oh, they thought you
everywhere
were
we would go. And I was like, oh my God, they think we're stealing because we have the stroller. I never wanted to go to that grocery store ever again. Finally.
Do people not bring strollers into grocery stores? I feel like I see that all the time.
No, you don't bring a stroller into a grocery store. You put the kid in the cart.
Oh.
Anyway, finally I posted on the Safeway employee subreddit.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, Code Green just means take out the trash. They were telling each department to take out their trash. Yeah. And I'm not joking. I was so worked up about that for like weeks until I posted on every subreddit you could possibly think to post on.
Yeah.
Finally, somebody, like weeks after I'd even commented on it or posted it, That just means taking out the trash.
See, so you can take a stroller in.
I will never do it again.
Oh,
I do go to that grocery store again, though, now.
yeah.
Now that mystery's been solved and they don't think I'm a stealer.
Yeah. I used to love Subway.
Subway. Safeway.
Safeway. Did I said Subway. Sorry.
Why don't you love Safeway anymore?
Well, I just don't have one here.
No.
I had one growing up in old Colorado.
Yeah.
But we didn't
Yeah.
have them in Iowa, and we don't have them in LA.
It's a Southwest chain, I think.
Yeah.
Kroger supremacy. Vaughn's supremacy.
I do have
Yeah.
the Bonds.
Yeah. Go Vaughn's.
It's kind of like the same thing.
Yeah. Jojo T. Gibbs,
Yes.
who plays Molly,
Mm-hmm.
broke her heel bone.
Oh, God.
Sounds so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Sebastian Stan was like carrying her, I guess, and she jumped and landed on the floor while she was also chained to the floor, and it just created this like terrible impact. And so she broke the top of her heel, poor thing. And they had that
Aw.
cut in the movie originally, but they ended up taking it out.
I was going to say, I don't remember like a scene like that.
Mm.
If I broke my heel for nothing, no.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No.
The movie was not filmed in Portland at all. But
I didn't even
apparently,
know it was supposed to be in Portland. But okay, go ahead.
well, I don't know if it is supposed to. Well, it is kind of supposed to be in Portland because the GPS says it's in Portland. But that's
Okay.
the fun fact. is that
Oh.
when Paul takes a screenshot of the GPS from Molly, it's in the Portland area. I guess it's
Interesting.
the pin is set next to Plumper Pumpkin Patch and Tree Farm.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, that's
Portland's
a little fun fact.
not.
Oh, I've never been.
Go to Seattle instead,
Okay, and cannibals in Portland.
among other things.
That's so sad. Portland Defenders, please let us know what it's like there.
Yeah, I liked outside of Portland, like
Okay,
just
like the
outside of Portland.
outskirts?
Yeah, but I didn't particularly like downtown.
Okay, I've never been there. I've never been to Seattle either.
You should go to Seattle. Seattle's great.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to go to Seattle?
Sure, let's go.
Okay.
I'm going there in October. You want to come?
What are you going for?
The Hans Zimmer concert.
I'm okay. Thank you, though.
You don't have to go to the concert. You can just come. I'm getting a
Still
hotel room
hang
anyway.
out.
It's free.
Isn't there like that cow that you can pet or the pig or something at a market? Did I make that up?
There are metal pigs at Pike Place Market.
Rachel the piggy?
Is it a metal pig?
Yeah, Rachel the piggy bank.
Yeah.
Historical landmark. I knew there was a something.
Oh.
And Pike Place Market.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew there was a pig that you could pet. Oh, there's more. Rachel the pig. She's all over.
There's also
Yeah.
like the iconic from the movie Free Willy, throwing of the fish. I mean, it's in other movies too, but it's very prominently in the beginning of Free Willy, where they like throw the fish. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've seen Free Willy exactly once, and it was probably in like 1996. So
Okay, well that's a problem. Free Willy's a masterpiece, but yeah, like the people that throw the fish, like that's a thing. They also have, do you know what a monkfish is?
yes.
They have a monkfish there,
Okay.
but what you don't know is that it's attached to a string. So when people like go and get close to it, and there's nobody standing anywhere near it, it's attached to a very long string. When you go and like get real close to it to like look at it, they like
Pull it.
make it move, and
Yeah.
people scream, and it's like this whole thing.
How fun.
It's fun. It is fun. It's a good little fun time.
Yeah.
And then you can pet your pig. There's a horror
Cool.
museum. I've been there without you. I cried because you weren't there, and I was really pissed.
I don't know if that's cute or
Oh, and there's this like little soundproof booth. We're not
Mhm.
even whatever. We're
Listen.
yeah.
What's an episode if we don't go on a tangent?
Yeah. There's this little soundproof booth that you sit in, and it records you screaming and like takes a picture of you. And it's a soundproof booth, right? So you sit in it and you do your scream. It's not fucking soundproof. Dylan made me go in by myself because he didn't want to do it. It was too loud and overwhelming.
Oh.
And it was soundproof I couldn't hear out.
They can hear you though.
Yeah, so I did my little thing. I did my scream. I put my whole pussy into it.
Yeah.
I have a picture of it. It's terrible. It's a terrible picture. And because like the thing is, and then they like project all the pictures of all the people screaming, and it was kind of cool.
Okay.
And I just turn around after I did it. I was so proud of myself. And Dylan's fucking on his ass laughing. I've never seen him laugh so hard. Because it was not, the whole fucking museum heard me scream.
They just tell people to go in there and scream, knowing that everybody's gonna see them, hear it.
Yep.
How did you not hear other people scream?
Nobody else had
when you
done
walk in? Okay. So they have that at, what is it? I can't remember which museum it is. I think it might be like Ripley's Believe It or Not or something. There's a museum in Hollywood that you can go to.
Mm-hmm.
Don't, but you can if you want to. But like, I just don't go to Hollywood if you come to LA. But it's gross.
Yeah.
Anyways, when I first moved here and like my family visited, we were like, oh yeah, let's go to all the touristy things. And so we went to this museum. And when you first walk in like the first room, there's like this mirror set up, and it's like, oh, like only so many people can touch their tongue to their nose and like do all these weird things with your face, and you can try it here. And so you're standing in front of this mirror like like trying to do all these weird things. It's a fucking two-way mirror or one-way mirror, whatever. So when you go into the next room, you can see people. You realize immediately that people just stood there and watched you do that.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
Yeah, it's really fucked up.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And then I'm pretty sure they have it like playing in like a recording later on too. Like you get later and they have like a screen where people are doing. It's so fucked up.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It's pretty good. What movie are we talking about?
Fresh.
Oh yeah.
People eating people.
People eating people. Emergency.
Oh my god.
I can't get that song second.
You and that song.
I know, I love it. Do you have any other fun facts?
No.
Oh.
Nope.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, I do have one. It sounded like, I did an interview with the director, it sounded like any time that somebody was eating, they were actually eating.
Okay.
And there was a lot of eating. Like typically in a movie, you're like chewing and spitting it out between takes.
Yeah.
But it sounded like they were like actually eating every time.
Interesting. Yeah, you can't do too many takes. Otherwise it's too much food.
Yeah, that's a lot of food.
Yeah.
I mean, literally every fucking scene, somebody's eating something.
Well. Yeah.
Or being eaten.
Yeah.
Should we rate it?
Let's.
Okay. How scary did you think it was?
1 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a tone thing, right? Like it's kind of a romp. Yeah. What about you?
I mean, I gave it a 1.5.
Okay.
Because
like, for what?
The tone.
Oh.
It was because it was both, right? It was a good mix of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
It makes sense. I would rate it a little higher than you.
Yeah. How sexy did you think it was?
I mean, I gave it a 2.5, but I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Okay. Well, tell the people.
It's just the vibes, man, you know?
Yeah, it's just a vibe. It was vibes, yeah.
It's just, yeah, how do you explain that?
I don't know.
Sounding like a big old weirdo.
What did you give it?
I gave it a 2.5.
Yeah. Yeah, that checks out.
It's just vibes, man. It's just like, there's something about it.
Yeah.
It's a little sexy.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Half. It's half sexy.
Yeah, like partway through, you're like, would I fall for Steve?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't.
No? You wouldn't fall for him?
At first, yeah.
Yeah.
Not after the eating people thing.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, you would
That's
hope.
the point. God.
Yeah.
That's the whole, that's the point.
Yeah.
No,
I
know.
Okay.
How fucked up did you think it was?
I gave it a 1.5, but I'm
Okay.
kind of leaning towards a 2. Only because I think the idea of being eaten while you're still alive is so...
Yes.
That's fucked up. I don't
Yes.
want to wake up and just like have limbs missing and know that someone's eating them.
Yes.
Just kill me and then eat me. That's fine.
Yeah.
But the keeping you alive part is what that's not fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, what'd you give it?
I gave it a 2.5.
Okay.
I also didn't like that he assigned the people to the meat.
Oh, like when he's sending it out, he like puts
Well,
yeah.
not
Oh.
even just that, but like telling her, "Oh, this is Hope that you're eating."
Oh, right, like he knows exactly who's who.
Yes, and like,
Yeah.
and here's this like shrine of all the people that I've eaten, and like this is what they look like, and you just ate her, and
Yeah.
I really did not like that.
Yeah.
That really bothered me. Yeah,
Also, $30K for a meatball. That's how much?
I've had some really fucking good meatballs. If I had $30K to spend,
You'd spend it on a meatball?
if it was
But
a
why?
really good
When you could get
meatball,
it cheap. Or
maybe like it's like a
But
Wagyu kind
also-
of thing,
also, or a person.
or a person.
He said that if you're still alive, it costs more. And that meatball was from a dead person. So that's $30K on a dead person.
Yeah,
Rolling in the dough.
but that's the other thing is like why can't you just say that they're alive? What, are you gonna prove it?
Well, I think it's like you can't serve someone a heart and be like, yeah, they're still alive.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah.
I feel like it's also, like he said, it's the 1% of the 1%, right? So my guess is that it's just a lot of like repeat customers, like
Mhm.
probably like a small circle of people. So, you get too many pieces of Melissa saying she's still alive. You're going to be like,
Yeah.
that doesn't check out, buddy.
R.I.P. Melissa.
Yeah.
For now.
Overall, what'd you think of Fresh?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
I gave it a 4. It was a pretty good movie. Kind of slapped. It was funny. It was a little spooky. I don't get the Sebastian Stan standing, but
Okay.
like that's fine.
Yeah.
He did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he did a really good job. And he had a little salt burn scene. That was really fun for me. We were just
Yeah.
like dancing around and murder and stuff.
We love a dance mid-murder.
Yeah, that was fun for me. And it also had the same like soundtrack vibes as Saltburn, so that did it for me a little bit.
Great.
Kind of like 80s poppy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I would have appreciated maybe like a tiny bit more humor, but I really can't fault it too much for that because they did nail the tone almost exactly. So yeah, I give it a 4.
You know what a 4 out of 5 is?
80%.
80%.
It's pretty good.
Critics and audiences both gave it 81%.
81%.
You give it 80%. I give it 80%.
You gave it a 4?
It's a 4 out of 5.
Crazy.
Yeah, I really do like this movie. I think it's very much like a hidden gem. Well, not
Is
even
it?
hidden.
That's not hidden.
It did really well on Hulu.
Yeah,
But I
people
also
talk
think
about
it's
it
like
constantly.
not, when something goes straight to Hulu. Even last episode when you predicted it and you were like, "Oh, it's a Hulu original. Like he can't be good." And I was like,
Did we do 2 Hulu originals in a
is.
row?
No, because we filmed out of order.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. But yeah, I didn't actually like mean that to happen. That happened kind of accidentally because I moved Fresh around a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This was the better of the 2 Hulu originals, to be clear.
See, I really like them both, but I think there definitely are some stinkers on there, but this one's a good one. I'm kind of sad it didn't get like a theatrical release, but overall, it's good. I like that they did straddle like the two different tones very well. It's obviously like an interesting story, and I like that it's kind of fun and you can watch it and just have a good time, but you can also kind of think of like the deeper meaning of it, and there's that as well. It's not like super shallow.
Yeah.
I think my only complaint is I do feel like the third act is like a little bit too rushed. Like I feel like the ending just kind of, it's a lot happening all at once.
Yeah.
Compared to the pacing of the rest of it, it just felt a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, great film.
Totally.
Big fan.
Totally. One other thing that I wish they had gone a little bit more into is the wife. I wish we had a little bit more clarity on exactly what was going on there, especially after having talked about it with you. But yeah, no, totally agree.
Big fan.
Yeah.
The real question though, would you survive?
No.
Oh. You get eaten.
Yeah, I think so. Well, so here's the thing.
Great.
If it was Sebastian Stan, I mean, I could be bought. I'm not eating a grape in a grocery store. I could be bought with cotton candy grapes, but I'm not eating it until you fucking pay for it. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, I don't think I'm falling for Sebastian Stan. He's not exactly my type.
Yeah.
So I don't think I ever go. If I go, like if I get captured,
Mm-hmm.
it's like whatever.
Okay.
It's not a bad way to go.
It's a terrible way to go.
No,
What
it's
do you
really
mean?
not. I mean, it's a little prolonged, but like you're on pain meds, you're asleep when the pain stuff is happening.
No.
You just kind of, you get
Lose it.
magazines.
Not if you're not a favorite.
I would be a favorite. Please.
Please.
That's not part of the question.
Got it.
Would you survive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I go on 2 dates with someone, I'm not going away with them. That's crazy. I'm not trying to victim blame, but that's insane. I've listened to enough true crime that's not happening.
Oh.
If I'm anyone in this movie, I'm Paul. I'm showing up, helping my friend, hearing gunshots and being like, bye. I'm gonna call 911 and send them your way because I am fucking out of here. That was one of my favorite moments.
Yeah.
It was not only very funny because that's obviously like what we all want someone to do in a horror movie,
Mm-hmm.
but it was also like just very necessary, I think, for the plot of like for the women to save themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
kind of what it was pushing for, and so I think I don't know, I liked that moment a lot. It was very like Get Out, I think. It reminded me of that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I didn't think about that.
yeah. Anyways, I'm Paul, and I'm not going on. I'm not doing that. No. I'm not going away with someone I just met. That's
My husband and I were
crazy.
going on trips together, like literally, we're like 2 weeks into our relationship. We went to fucking San Diego. It was great. We had a great time.
Okay, well, San Diego's also not like a remote cabin, but also you're the exception, not the rule.
Yeah.
It's just not me. I'm sorry. We can go to a well-lit dinner.
That's fair. I don't blame you. Today's day
Yeah.
and age.
Yeah, and we can split the bill.
Yeah.
I'm on date 2 with Chad. Well, she's getting
Ew. I would hope so.
I would have left about 2 minutes into that date.
I would take a second date with him just to punch him in the face.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Well,
Great. Do you want to predict next week's movies?
2 of them?
2.
Sure.
We're doing another OG remake.
Hell yeah.
Amityville Horror. Hit me.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Amityville Horror is literally just Haunting on Hill House.
Oh yeah.
It's about a house that's haunted.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Amityville.
Classic.
Actually, the town's haunted. I changed my mind.
Okay, the whole town.
I didn't change my mind. I'm right. I just forgot.
Yeah.
The whole town's haunted. It's called Amityville.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple moves there
Yep.
and realize that they can't leave.
The
They're
whole
stuck
town.
there. Yeah. They're stuck there and everybody there is dead. And they just kind of like slowly find out that everybody there is dead.
Oh my god.
And it's horrifying. And the town's called
What-
Amityville.
what
that's it.
state?
Nebraska.
Yeah. And so they don't get out, they die?
No, they live. They live.
Oh great. Just
Yeah.
in Amityville.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, they're dead too. You find out.
Oh my god.
Everybody's
They
dead.
Sixth Sense us?
Oh, yeah, huh? There's
Well-
the Body 6 Sense. Well, yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, everybody's dead.
Okay.
Everybody's dead.
Everybody's dead the whole time.
Yep.
Whole town. Cool. What are the couple's names?
Darren
Mm-hmm.
and Molly.
Of course. Darren and Molly.
Darren and Molly.
Dead the whole time.
Also, the remake, shot for shot. They didn't change
Shot.
anything.
For shot.
Yeah, it was a perfect movie to start with, so they just shot for shot remade it, and
Yeah.
with like new fresh faces.
Do you know who's in the remake? What fresh face?
I mean, I don't think it's anybody popular. We'll put it
It's
that
still
way.
fresh.
Yeah, this is all they've been in, probably.
Yeah, they never got unfresh, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell Ryan Reynolds you said so.
Ryan Reynolds? What the fuck?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is in the remake.
Wow, is it about a haunted town?
Nope. You
Is
were
it
right
about a
the
haunted
first time.
house?
Yeah.
Damn it.
But it is in a town called Amityville.
I knew that much.
I'm
not
New York,
stupid.
though. Yeah, New
Oh,
York.
okay, New York.
Not Nebraska. Their names
I
are
was
George
close.
and Kathy.
Nebraska, New York.
You got the NE right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like alphabetically right next to each other.
True.
Kathy?
George and Kathy.
George and Kathy. Those are really dumb names.
Well, it is based on real people, so.
Well, sorry to them, actually. For their names, not for me saying they're stupid.
Yeah.
Wow,
Great.
so it's based on a true story. Like The Conjuring. Not The Conjuring.
Yeah.
Is The Conjuring based on a real story?
Yeah.
Loosely.
I mean, if you believe in ghosts, then yeah, it's based on a true story.
I do.
Great, then the Amityville is based on a true story.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah.
Makes me want to watch Ghost Adventures.
Let's do it.
Okay, yeah, okay, right now.
Every episode? Right now?
Right now?
Right now?
Live on stream?
On stream? Right now?
Oh, shit. Well, thanks for joining us. I don't think we talked about Fresh for more than about half of the episode, but that's okay.
We got to where we were somehow, so I feel like it's all related and relevant, but
Yeah.
But yeah, we appreciate you guys listening. Feel free to like and subscribe.
Please do. Don't feel free. Just please.
Just do it!
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Cool.
All right.
Excited
Well,
for next week?
yeah, see you then.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.